fair to say I've got a few projects on the go. Some of these bikes I've had for years and some I've recently acquired. This KMX has got a logbook, good numbers on the frame and engine, so very straightforward. So the next KMX, a little bit different. Came with no paperwork, but when I used the Vintereg website it came back as it had been previously registered, so I've got the ability to put this back on the road because it's got a registration number. So relatively straightforward to register it and get it back on the road. The next two KMXs are different now. They've got good numbers on the headstock in that they don't look like they've been fiddled with, but when you put them through the website Vintereg, they come back as not being recognized. So the good thing is it doesn't come back as being registered and being stolen and not recovered. But it's a complete mystery to me why when these numbers on the frames look good and that they can't be traced to the database, what does this mean? In the Haynes manual, it lists all the serial numbers for different model years. So why, if my numbers look good and they sort of follow the sort of pattern in the Haynes manual, why have my bikes never been registered? Because they're not showing up on the database, they're going to be very hard to register again. So what have I learned? If you buy a bike with paperwork and all the numbers match, it's simple. If you buy a bike with good numbers but no paperwork, and you can search the numbers on a database and it comes back as previously registered, hasn't been stolen or whatever, then you're okay, you can register it. If you buy a bike with no paperwork and then you run that frame number through the website and it comes back as being stolen, you've got real problems because that bike will never be yours. Unless you do a deal with the insurance company, which means you're probably going to have to buy that bike twice. If you buy a bike with no paperwork and you've got good frame numbers and you put them through that database and it comes back as not being registered before, again, you've got a real problem in that you cannot register that bike easily. So be very careful about buying a bike without any paperwork. You could very easily be buying a stolen bike. Ask the seller for the frame number and engine number and run it through Vintereg or another similar website.